Hi Aries, welcome. So Aries, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the general messages and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And whoa, oh my goodness, I was thinking like one card came out and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, this should be interesting. So let's get into it, Aries, and see what we've got coming through for you. You have the card of Venus, your own card, the card of Aries. Then you have the card of Libra and the Numinous, which is Piscean energy. You could have a combination of those in your chart, be dealing with people that have those signs in their chart, and or it's just the energy you're dealing with, right? So let's break it down. I love this card of Venus because it talks about like love and affection. It's a very warm, caring, nurturing energy. It's about pleasure and indulgence, which who doesn't like a little bit of that here and there? So it's a really wonderful energy, and it's right next to your card, Aries, which is, I love when the sign I'm reading for's their own card comes out, because to me this is letting me know that you're in your element, that you have the ability to tap into your highest potential, your highest vibration, right, during this time frame, which when you're at your best, Aries, it just feels so good, doesn't it? It just feels like you have energy, anything seems possible. You're just in the zone, right? Versus when maybe you're at your worst or in your shadow where everything feels impossible, actually. So I feel like there's balance coming to your life right now, okay, or over the course of these next, I heard few years, okay, so I don't actually generally go outside of the now energy, but I feel like there's a lot of good things in store for you, in particular when it comes to the things that you love or the people that you love, but could be in many areas of your life. But you have two cards of relationships, because Libra also represents relationships, that even give and take, that balance you really need within yourself and within your partner in order to achieve success as a partnership or a couple, whether that's an intimate love or having a successful friendship, a successful business or partnership in business, etc. It's all about balance and fairness. And then the numinous here, this to me is my card of knowing, like intuition, ESP, that more spiritual essence of who you really are, Aries, coming to the forefront. So really interesting vibe here as we dive into the cards. I am loving this. So let's see what the Osho Zen Tarot has to say for my Aries. You have the card of control next to the card of totality. Yep, you're going to have to give up some control here, Aries, though, in order for this to flow in the way it needs to. Ooh, 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 but it is so good once you do. Ooh. So the card of control, when it's paired with this card, if you can tell, like this person is taking kind of a leap of faith, a chance, right? They're relying on this person to catch them mid-air, right? There's no control in that when you're putting your faith and your trust into the universe. It's not about controlling circumstances or controlling other people at all. It's about releasing that acceptance, going to a state of receptivity, going with the flow. And really, when you learn to truly trust that the universe has your best interest at heart at all times, and it does, and that it's responding to your thoughts, your desires, and your vibration, and you are the only person in control of that, because you are the only person in control of how you feel, everything makes sense. And then you don't need to control outside circumstances once you understand that, because you'll attract it. You will attract it purposefully by paying attention to the way you think and how that makes you feel, and becoming more aware of your part, right, in this whole matrix of life. which your one and only job is to tend to your personal vibration, because the vibration that you set forth is what you attract into your life, good and bad. So it's about taking control of that, Aries, more than anything, right? And prioritizing feeling good, but more importantly, paying attention to the way that you feel and making it more about how you feel than anything else. Take everything else off of your plate. If you're not in a good feeling space, it's not going to turn out the way you want it anyways. So your one and only job, right? And they're saying over the course of the next few days, from some of you 30 days if you can do that long, is to prioritize first and foremost, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? If I'm not feeling so good, I need to change my thoughts early on, right? I need to catch it early so that I can pivot my focus to something that makes me feel good. And as you learn how to do this, Aries, and prioritize that, everything else just kind of follows suit. Have you noticed? So you have change coming through, but I feel this is positive change. You have the card of playfulness and the card of creativity. So it's all about like letting go of that control, having a little bit of faith, welcoming this change, and it is a welcome change. And just kind of being playful, having fun, doing things that make you feel good, tapping into your creative pursuits. You know, even if you have like obligations or things that you need to do, responsibilities that you have, who's to say you can't make it fun? Who's to say you can't do it in a good state of mind? You know what I mean? Like, your state of being matters a lot. So let's see what else. And you know, a good way to stay in a good state of mind is to be playful, you know, because I promise you, the universe got jokes now. People who are in tune laugh a lot. I almost don't trust people that have no sense of humor or don't laugh. I'm just saying. And that's between us, okay? But I know very few Aries that don't have a good sense of humor. Aries, you are funny. You are playful. You are fiery, right? Like, I feel like you usually bring that zest, right? But that's just a little side note. Like, if somebody has difficulty understanding humor, or they don't have a sense of humor at all, for some reason, that gives me like the heebie-jeebies. Like, I'm not like saying that in a judgmental way, but I don't know. You guys know what I mean? Like, it's a little off-putting. Because I think, I don't know, you have to be in alignment to have a sense of humor. So I just automatically assume like that person must not be in alignment very often. I don't know. Maybe it's an intelligence thing. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. Okay. 10 of Wands, 4 of Wands. The King of Cups. And the 5 of Cups. So, Aries, there may be some things that have been emotionally weighing on you or emotionally draining you, right? And some of you, it is... it may be difficult for you to even move out of that energy at times, but I feel like being playful or being around people that are maybe can get you in a good mood or make you laugh would be really important for you right now. Especially for my Aries who are going through some serious ish, you know what I mean? Now, on the flip side of that, you may be able to do that for somebody else if they're going through a rough period or having a difficult time, to bring your light to that situation, make it fun, make it playful, find a way to have a good laugh with them. Then you would be the most beneficial person in their life, right? Being able to uplift another person, especially the people that you love, is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift worth giving, and it's a gift that you have to give. So whether you're on the receiving end of this or the giving end of this, they're saying be open to being playful, be open to having fun and having a good laugh, and maybe not taking things as seriously as you have been, right? Because life is always going to evolve and change, whether you're on board with it or not. You know what I mean? But I do feel there's a bit of an internal struggle going on an emotional level, but I also feel like you're finding resonance as well, as far as like the spiritual aspect of it, as far as like being able to practice what you've learned about your spiritual practices or spirituality, whether that be through breath work, meditation, focus wheels, tarot, you know, all of that is assisting you and guiding you, Aries. So let's see what else that we have coming through. Five of Swords, the Strength card, the Hermit, 10 of Swords, and the Hangman. So yeah, I feel stressors here for sure. The 10 of Wands is all about baggage, difficulties. It's a very heavy energy. And the 5 of Swords, you can see, I mean, just look at it. He's totally stressing out. He's feeling a bit disconnected, right? So it's funny because on both sides of you, I feel like there seems to be pressure or stressors going on, and maybe even something that, you know, you want to clear the air about or have some sort of closure around. But through all of this, Aries, there's a whole emotional and spiritual process that is happening within you, right? That's helping you to tap into that deeper knowing piece of you, that piece of you that has always been in existence, you know, the I part of you, that is eternal, right? I think one of my favorite stories ever, well, it's not a story, I think it's a historical fact, is from Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's just one of the most inspiring and influential spiritual leaders out there. Of course, he's passed away years ago, but one of the things that he was saying in one of his spiritual podcasts was that if you break down the origination of the word God and to how they would have translated it back then God's name would have translated it into I am. I am. That it was the original, that's the name of God, I am. And so when all those biblical teachers talk about never take God's name in vain, since God's name is I am, what they mean by that is be careful what you call yourself, because you are the God of which you seek. We're a part of it, better said. You are a part of the whole collective God essence. And so every proclamation you make about yourself, you also make about your creator. I am. I am is the name of God. So when you say, I am strong, I am love, I am worthy, those thoughts feel good because it's an agreement with the unconditional love of God, of which you are a part. I am. Those are affirmative statements. But when you say God's name in vain, God equating to I am, and you say, I am not worthy, I am a loser, I am stupid. Now you're falling outside of that agreement and you start to feel that separation, which equals negative emotion. Because you are making a statement about yourself that your higher self, source, God, creator, whatever you want to call it, is not in agreement with. That is the only true separation that you're ever going to have from your source. I am statements are important. Important, Aries. They are important. So what do you say about yourself when you say I am? Do you say I am sad, I am this, I am that? Or I am joy, I am love, I am blessed? Practice those affirmative statements and watch how you change. That's all I'm saying. Also, check out, this is not an advertisement, he's not paying me, but check out my favorite doctor. I love Dr. Wayne Dyer. I think he's fabulous. Anyways, sorry. That was part of your reading, though. I feel like you needed to hear that. You're seeing things from a different perspective, and it's a lot about your spiritual journey and truly understanding spirit and who you are. You are spirit in the flesh, my friend. And it seems like it's about this thing or this issue. It seems like maybe it's about this relationship or this financial thing, but really what it's about is your vibration, your vibration, your vibration. Who are you? Who are you? Because that is what matters. So it's about practicing, getting in touch with yourself, and forming those positive affirmations around yourself, and really going deep into your own spiritual energy. And yet that's where all the love is. That's where all the abundance is. That's where the good fortune is. They're giving me the song, have a little faith, right? Let go of the control. Let go of the need to be right, or the need to make things happen, or the need to take things on that are not yours to take on. This is your permission, Aries, to let go of that. And instead, it's about focusing on your strengths, focusing on your inner knowing, connecting with friends, being playful, having a good sense of humor, and really seeing life through that big picture perspective. That's what this time frame is about. Woo! That gave me chills. Okay, so let's see what the guidance is, and we'll go to the love reading. You know what? I got this card in Scorpio, and was it Capricorn? Babies everywhere. Okay, for my Aries who may be in that time age frame, FYI, fertility might be at a high. But anyways, for those of you who are not, it doesn't matter. It's a general message. Card number 14 says, babies are thinking and attracting before they speak. Even though when you're born and you're only a few months old in your physical body, you are actually a very old and wise creator that is focused in a baby's body, but you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not offering words, that the child could not be the creator of its own experience, but it is our promise to you, no one else is creating their experience. Yes, children, even babies, emanate vibration, which are the reason for what they also attract from the time of birth all the way to the end. Now that's an interesting take on things. All right, so let's go to the love reading then and see what else we have coming through. Stay right there. I'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, so Aries, now we're gonna go into the love reading. Whoa, man, you have 4 cards yet again. Ooh, the source, we just talked about that. I am. Love reading. Yes, here we are. You know the drill. You versus them. Back and forth. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, so I really don't want to keep all those cards, but I'm going to, because you had 4 cards in the first part of the reading. Also, 4 may be a spiritual number that you're seeing. 444 on the clock. Look for it, or you may notice it. But you have the card of transformation, postponement, going with the flow, and understanding. Yeah, some of you are definitely, maybe not intentionally trying to postpone some sort of change, but maybe not looking forward to it, or unconsciously putting up blockages that are preventing change, okay? The encouragement is the same exact encouragement it was in the spiritual reading, which is go with the flow, get into receptive mode, allow yourself to be, fueled by the energy instead of pushing against it. This person has the card of laziness, which this is my favorite depiction of laziness, because it's the more positive end of it, where it's like they're just chilling out. They're taking it one day at a time. This person isn't really letting themselves get rattled, or at least at the moment. That's the encouragement. So let's get into it. We're going to look at most recent past, so what led up to the now, and then in the now, how do you both perceive each other, and how do you feel underneath it all, and most likely outcomes. The Tower, recent past for Aries. Three of Wands. Page of Pentacles. So I feel like some of you could have went through life transformations quite literally in the past that kind of put you on a new path or in a new direction that has a lot of potential in it for you. Sometimes this can feel like disruptive or surprising energy. So there might have been an element of that as well. But I feel like, to me, this card is about putting you on the straight and narrow. Sometimes things disrupt our lives because it's not for us, or the timing isn't right, or, you know, there's a lot of reasoning behind that. But I feel like, for the most part, Aries, it has put you in some sort of growth pattern or growth cycle when it comes to this connection, and or when it just comes to your own growth as a person, right? So let's see this person's recent past. Five of Cups and the High Priestess. This person may have really went through something that kind of caused them to go within or question their own mortality, their own life, their own essence, right? The Five of Cups is a very emotionally overwhelming energy. But the High Priestess is here saying, like, you know, again, sometimes these things occur in one's life to kind of push you inward, to really get in touch with who you are and what you want. And it's not a punishment so much as it's part of the evolutionary process, right? But I feel heavy questioning. About their purpose. I'm not talking about questioning about like frivolous things. Am I talking with a twang right now? Sorry. I'm talking about frivolous things. I'm talking about life and death things, you know, like contemplating the meaning of life, their purpose, like big stuff. So let's go into perception, how you perceive this person in the now. What do you think of this person in the now? Wow, the Death and Rebirth card again. Some of you just dealing with a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. What do you think about this person right now? Nine of Swords. You are very fearful, it seems, of some sort of change or ending, or there's something you're putting on the back burner, Aries, and it's not because it's for one purpose and one purpose only, and it's because you have fear around it. And it may be about this connection, it may not be. It may be something else you've got going on, I'm not sure. But it's impacting the connection either way. I think you worry about this person and where they're headed and where their head is at, maybe, or just the state of their being in general. I think you're trying to stay positive. You want to look for solutions. Or at least that's what they're encouraging you to do. They're encouraging you to spend your time looking more towards future possibilities than dwelling or even fixating on, I guess, worry. I feel a lot of worry around this. Whether that's coming from you or this person, I can't tell. So let's see their energy. What do they see? What do they perceive at Aries? When they think of Aries, what are they thinking? How do they see them? Ten of Cups. I have a song coming through. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? Beyond space and time and the afterlife, would she have my kids? Would you be my wife? Might just be my everything and beyond. Beyond. I know this name of the song is Beyond. I don't remember the artist, but anyways, check that song out. This person may think that you're everything or beyond. Everything and beyond. I don't know. So 10 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Emperor. So yeah, I feel like this, especially if you share a family with this person or a home, or you're in currently like a committed relationship, I feel like there's something about like beyond. I don't know what that means, but I feel a sense of protection around the connection, or a protectiveness, Aries, when it comes to the connection. It could be also that, you know, this person would protect their family at all costs at the same time. Or maybe that's how they feel about you. I'm just saying what I'm getting. Take it as it's resonating with you. But I think this person sees you as somebody who's very strong, who's very capable. The 10 of Cups to me is like a very endearing and belonging and family type of vibe energy. And I'm also picking that up in the connection. So, yeah, I think that song kind of summed it up. I mean, so let's see how you feel then about this person underneath it all. Aries, heart of hearts, how do they feel towards this person? 10 of Pentacles. That song is still playing. He says, oh me, oh my, I can't explain. You might just be my everything. 10 of Pentacles is all about stability and having that firm foundation to build on. But it's next to the 2 of Pentacles, which is a rocky energy. It's back and forth. And the Fool, which to me is kind of like a risky vibe. So I don't know if you've had to risk something for this connection, or you feel like a sense of riskiness around your stability or security. But that's being brought to the forefront for whatever reason. What else? And there's also divine timing here, though. So to me, the Wheel is about karma and karmic lessons, but also good fortune. So I feel like some of you might have a choice between like sticking with what you know versus trying something new or taking a chance here. And you know, Spirit never says absolutely yes, go this way and not that way. You have free will always. But Spirit will say when the timing is good and when the timing is right. So for those of you who have been vacillating on, you know, possibly taking a chance on something, they're saying the timing is right. The timing is good right here. So let's see how this person is feeling underneath it all. How do they feel? The Tower, the World, the 4 of Wands, 5 of Swords. So the Tower is that very unstable energy that I felt earlier. The World is all about completions and endings, and they have 2 messages of that. The 4 of Wands to me is about union, friendship, joy. But the 5 of Swords is, it's a nasty energy. I'm not going to lie. It is a self-defeatist type of vibe. That's the first thing I feel, is a self-defeating vibration. So I don't know if that's something like this person struggles with, or they're connecting with someone like that, or that's you. Take it as it's resonating. But I feel like this person is trying, right, to stabilize this union or their life or whatever, but there seems to be a lot of disruption or chaos going on, and it almost feels like a backfiring and or the sense of like, I can't win, you know, or like a sense of defeat here, even though, you know, the cards aren't all laid out on the table just yet. Like this person is taking score too soon. As long as the story is still going, there's nothing to feel defeated about, you know. And guess what? The story is always going to be going because you're eternal. So sometimes I feel like they're they're their own worst enemy, their own self enemy sometimes. Like the enemy that lives within type ish. You know what I mean? So let's see what the most likely outcome is as of today, which could be changed with free will. Knight of Wands, the World. This is that really playful, fun, like good-humored energy I was talking about. And that's kind of what nets you the sense of cooperation or support in your environment. But then there's also this very skeptical, on the edge type of vibe showing up as well. Let's see what that's about. It's kind of like a sense of like, you know, like I'll be playful and fun with you, but the minute I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, or there's an overgiving element to it that's overwhelming me, I'm cutting you off. So this is like you asserting boundaries is what I feel. Like, it's all good and well as long as it's equal and fair and balanced. But when it starts to feel imbalanced or overwhelming, you know, I feel your walls go up, or you set that clear boundary, Aries. Or I guess that's what the guidance is. That's an interesting message. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Knight of Cups. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So this person is coming in hot. That's what I'm hearing. Queen of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I feel like they're taking this approach of like trying to be more open or vulnerable and focus on like all the growth and, you know, what we have or what we could have, or, you know, like taking that stance. But what's weird is there's also this closed off, like stingy energy as well. So this is their own worst enemy showing up. Now, some of them, I feel for most of them, it's their own self-worst enemy. But for some of them, they may actually have like an enemy or an ex or a family member or somebody who intervenes and creates friction, creates problems. So take it as it's resonating with you, because I could read it both ways. But it's like this person's being encouraged to not make that their main priority. Whether it's their own self that is doing this or another person. But instead to listen to that little voice in their head that is asking them to relax a little bit, to be more open, to look at the potentials versus the lack or the what could goes wrong type energy, and that something very small could actually turn into something much bigger if they put their time, energy, and focus on it. But sometimes this person gets too skeptical. They start, you know, thinking about all the times it didn't work in the past, and then they become their own worst enemy. They become their own worst enemy. And I feel like this is overwhelming to you sometimes, and that's when you want to put your boundaries up, energetically speaking, to preserve the peace inside of you. And that's all right. You have the right to protect your spiritual boundaries, okay? And you can do it with kindness, by the way. You don't have to do it and be a jerk about it, but it's up to you how you want to handle it. But it's really about that. It's about you setting healthy boundaries, and for yourself, not for this person, for yourself. And it's about this person not being their own worst enemy. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see what the guidance is. Let's see what the guidance is. Life is supposed to be good for me. Card number 58. That is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. Do your best to find the best of the positive aspects that surround you. Look for things to appreciate, even if there aren't that many. Look for things to feel good about. Give your attention as best as you can to the best things that are going on in your experience, with the determination to train yourself into the best feeling vibration that you can find right here, right now. Care about how you feel. That's exactly what I said in the spiritual reading. Just saying. Okay. Wow. Awesome reading. I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or having your own chart. I've got Pisces. Lots of Scorpio energy, by the way. Aries energy. Pisces again. Taurus over here. Gemini. Aries again. Scorpio again. Scorpio again. That's it. Alright, we'll take what's resonating, leave what doesn't. I also had Leo in the first spread, if I remember correctly. But it's a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. And also follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. All of it linked down below, as well as in the About section. Wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.